Let's tone this down just a little bit. Gonna wait just a few minutes longer, see if anybody else is gonna show up. Okay, hi everybody, welcome back. So, if nobody saw yesterday's stream, which I highly doubt, it wasn't up for that long, I immediately quit after like 30 minutes, so this is my stream to make up for that. Today I was just doing an art stream. I'm going to be working on my model a little bit. I'm just trying to add a outfit for autumn. I'm kind of getting sick of this dress. It's like so last week. I don't know. Thinking more black, more sweater-like. So I'm gonna be drawing for maybe an hour, and then after that I'm gonna chat for maybe 15-20 minutes, and I might end the stream off with a game of Paraeyes just to wind down for the evening. Well, technically morning. It's probably gonna be 2 in the morning by then. So let me make sure that everything is up to snuff real quick. Yep. So let's switch over. I know, sudden booba. So this is the clip studio of my model. Saucy, I know. So I took off all her clothes, as you can see over here in the files right here. I'm planning her autumn outfit. This is actually a old file, just so I didn't mess up anything on the most recent one. These are actually old sketches, nightwear and everyday too, so don't ask to see them. There's nothing there. I've already went over these, remade them. You know what? I'm sure I can do a little sneak peek. Yeah, this is actually supposed to be what my autumn outfit was. It's just a nasty looking concept of what I wanted. But as you can see, it does not look that good. Horrible texture, lines aren't straight, so I'm not doing this again. I have another idea that I want to go with that I'm going to show you in a little bit. And right here is what was supposed to be a beach outfit for the summer. don't know why I put it in nightwear. But her original nightwear was supposed to be a robe. By the time I actually finished this, I actually didn't have the resources in Cubism to actually rig all of this and animate it. So it was kind of just a one and done thing. I went through all this work to make pearls and little ruffles, and I'm never gonna use it. Because by the time next summer rolls around, I'm not gonna want an outfit like this. Besides, it just doesn't match Calypso. Like pearls, no ruffles, it screams more mermaid than dream god. Underwear. Nasty. So, as you can see, this was quickly put together. Because I realized that YouTube might demonetize me. Well, not demonetize me, but ban me if I show anything that's not decent. So I quickly threw this together so I can sketch over top of it. I don't want to upset the YouTube gods. So real quick, let me actually show you what I had planned. So let me bring this up. In this top left corner, that's the one I wanted to go with. So basically an undershirt and then a crop top over top of that. But the undershirt was going to be more sheer and the shirt over top of it was going to be more like a sweater. I'm hoping I can pull this together because I'm really not good at clothing. I went to school for environmental science, not fashion. So, we're going to figure this out together. If I can get my mouse to cooperate for 5 seconds. So, autumn outfit, and I'm just gonna do as I do. So, actually, let's find your hair. Is it bangs 3? No, it's bangs 4. I always have to go back and disable that because it's really hard to see her neck otherwise. She got a long neck. Despite that, super hard to see. So I was actually thinking about having the undershirt come up. I don't think I'm gonna have the neckline be too visible in this. I'm gonna have it be tight to her skin. And it's probably not gonna go there. It's probably gonna drop immediately down like this. And I'm probably not going to have sleeves on the undershirt. This is just to map out what I want because I have a feeling of what I want. I'm just not too sure how I'm gonna implement it. Because I can tell y'all right now, VTuber outfits take ages to actually figure out. Look at your favorite VTuber and tell yourself, yeah, that person probably spent at least a week just planning out the outfit to make it look right. Because a lot of stuff doesn't actually translate very well to a virtual avatar. Clip Studio, please don't break now. You've been doing good. So that's my plan for the top. Well, undershirt. I'm just going to choose a random color because it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. These are not the colors I'm going to settle with. And not a good color to go with. Let's do this one, just so I can see it. Okay, so I'm probably gonna have the sleeves go down here. Let me fix that. Just a sketch, but it's a good idea to know how I'm gonna have this laid down on her body before I actually get that distance. I'm probably gonna have this be loose and it's gonna hang right here. And this right here is sit like this. I'd just like you to know her other outfits, I was in planning for about maybe 3 months straight on those specific outfits because I kept changing the design over and over and over again. So right here, what you see is subject to change within the next 48 hours. I'm probably not going to have it go out this far. It's already super annoying. Can I make the bottom thicker without it looking too clunky? Can I also just keep forgetting that Clip Studio, at least the version I'm using, you can't just translate one side of your selection. You have to actually go in with the fancy tools. Maybe. I'm gonna hit this with a very hard maybe. It looks good to me right now, but as soon as I put detail into it, I'm probably gonna start hating it. Let me get the sleeves. I don't hate it. Okay, let me see about something like that to get a general idea. Yeah. Let me delete that. Welcome to the art process. draw, delete. Repeat that for 3 hours straight until you feel happy with it. I'm gonna try something else, which was another idea I had. First off, this needs to go all the way up. I'm probably gonna have the shirt go down here, and yeah, I like that. It's a lot better looking than the sweater. Also, a fun fact about Calypso, because some of you might notice, because I sure have, and honestly, you probably wouldn't have if I didn't point it out, but half of Calypso is 2 pixels off of being perfectly symmetrical. Now that I pointed it out, you're going to notice. Because certain lines and certain patterns just don't match up to the other side. I noticed it because I've been staring at this model for several months now. But now you get to notice it, and it's going to drive you crazy. Because after so long of working with this thing, I mean, look at her, she's gorgeous. I'm gorgeous. But after so long of staring at this, you start to notice the imperfections. Alright, another thing, I needed to go back to Pinterest real quick because I actually had a pin that I wanted to look at. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to find. I'm not seeing it, which is going to be frustrating. You know what? I'll worry about it later. Because I originally had a pin. I honestly saved a lot of them for this outfit. I was looking for a belt, but there's a specific belt I was looking for. Not because of any particular design of it on it, but because of the way it would sat. They had part of the belt actually sticking out of the other side. I'm probably gonna have her wear just regular pants. I don't think I've given Calypso pants in all the outfits I made for her. No, I'm not gonna make it perfect. I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna add some men's pants size pockets. And because why not? A little chain. I'm not gonna try to make an actual chain detail because that is far too much to do right now. For a sketch, I mean. For just a sketch, I'm not worried about fine details. I'm worried about getting my point across. And that's what your creative process for art should be. When you're trying to just get a sketch out, don't worry about the super fine details. That is for future you to worry about. The you in 20 minutes. This is just to get your ideas onto the paper so when you actually do get to drawing everything out, you know what you're doing and you don't need to think about it. Your hand can just glide with the motions. These pants look awful, but I'm not here for perfection. Also, look, Calypso toes. I'm gonna show you these now because you're probably never gonna see them again in the future. I'm pretty sure I changed those in my new model, but that's neither here nor there. Also, how do you feel seeing Calypso in practically nothing? It's the only time you'll get to see it during my art streams when I decide to sketch out her clothes. So I'm going to actually take this, cover it up, lock that just so I don't accidentally draw over it. And this folder, I'm gonna call it undershirt. I probably messed that up, but who cares? Call this 1. Now, do I want to separate this into 1 or 2 pieces? Actually, I'm probably going to separate into 3. Now, welcome to the part where we have to worry about how we're going to rig this into cubism. For Live 2D, you really have to worry about how fluid you want your model to be. And typically, it's what sections are moving, what sections are not, and when the section moves, what goes on behind it. So I have to worry about the front as well as the back of the clothes. So I'm probably going to separate it at the neck. I'm probably going to have the booba be its own section, as well as the flat behind it. And then I'm going to have the abs be its own section and probably the pelvis be its own section as well. So my model doesn't really move at the torso, so I probably can keep this all as one part, apart from the booba, of course. So it's probably going to be 3 parts. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let's do 2 and then 3. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, please label your layers. Like, you don't have to do it as much as me with all this, but if it's just 1, 2, 3 and you know what each number means, that's good enough. Goodness, please organize your layers, name them. That is the best advice I can give somebody for wanting to get into this field. Not just like being a VTuber, but art in general. I'm going to erase that. I'm just a fool. I'm gonna do a 60. I'm gonna go find her neck. Right here. Is it just one piece? It's just the one piece. Okay. And with that, I'm gonna use my mouse. Create selection. And a good idea if you want to get into being a VTuber, always build beyond your extremities. So my neck, it stops here as far as you can see, but I sent it all the way down here for purposes of movement. Same with up top. You only see what stops at her chin, but with Live 2D Cubism and myself, we see all the way up here. And if I was able to rig Calypso better, you'd actually be able to see these parts of her neck when she turns her head. But because I'm not good at planning and being a content creator, you'll most likely not see that for a long while. Hold on. I'm actually gonna make this layer 2. Okay. And I'm gonna bring it up just a little bit. And this is how I get my straight lines. So my lines are relatively straight. And because I'm adding a border to this, this does not need to be perfect. Oh, goodness. Indigestion. So I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, back to 50. And now I need to remember what all of this was. Okay, head. I know for one it was this. Create selection. Torso. Ah, itchy eye. Whew. And add. Yeah. And another mistake is with her hips. I kind of jacked up her hips. So until I decide to do a second model version, she's just gonna have some jacked up hip bones. Honestly, girl. Same. Oh, speaking of jacked up body parts, don't worry, it's not gonna be TMI. So I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. And scheduling for the appointment, anxiety was peak. I'm the type of person who, my anxiety is like a flip of the coin. I could be okay in a social setting 1 minute, and then next minute, dear God, get me out of here. Honestly, that's kind of how it was during my poor nephew's birthday party. But then again, we went to Dave and Buster's. No, never again. So, hi, from Richmond. Please, if you ever visit here, don't go to the Dave and Buster's in Short Pump. It is literally, it's the loudest experience. It's almost like a sports bar. And it's not even like a good type of sports bar. It's just, you have like 5 separate things playing. 3 of them are sports, 1 of them is a children's channel, and the other one is music. It's a cacophony. If it was, you know what, I'm not gonna get into that. But the place is basically ran like a giant sports bar with like 2.5 stars. It's not good. What was I getting at? Right. This is a little mistakey wiki I made that I should fix promptly. There we go. Cause whoopsie daisies. Let me actually honestly would not mind an outfit like this. I went off on a little tangent and I didn't finish what I was actually saying. So sorry. I have anxiety when it comes to phones. Phone calls specifically. Hate them. So while I'm on the phone trying to book this appointment, I keep blanking with the simplest of answers. And it does not help that with my primary email, my personal email, it's super long and super frustrating to say out loud. So every time somebody asks, like, oh, what email would you like to put in? They get the sigh of, oh my God. I have to recite this whole Shakespeare poem of an email. Not what I was looking for. So I stop after about halfway and ask, you got that? And I don't blame her, it was kind of complicated. Can you repeat that first part, please? Oh, no. And for most people, that's probably a really simple thing of just, oh, you're just telling them your email. Just tell them and get it over with. I'm sorry, anxiety don't operate like that. That's why typically I prefer to do email. Is that a cat? Who knows? I think I got this. But then at the end, she had to recite it back to me. I wasn't even listening that intently. I just, yep, that's right. Let's move on from this, please. Luckily, it was the right email. She got it right. But honestly, with most of my appointments, I try to avoid making phone calls. Well, recently, I was given a green light for a hearing aid because I'm half deaf. And I tried to call the ENT, ear, nose, throat doctor back so I can book the appointment to actually get my hearing aid ordered. And the phone lines were backed up. By how many people? I don't know. They didn't say. So I waited about 5-6 minutes before my anxiety hit peak and I just, you know what, I'll call back later. I called back the next day. It was around the same time, which was probably my bad. But still, they were still backed up. And I just, you know what? I think it'd be better to just try going in person. Preemptively, I need to get rid of this and go here. And this is going to be super easy just because I just need to do this. I need to go back here. And I just need to do this. There we go. So how'd I make that look? Not bad, not bad. They're teardrop shapes. We still haven't made our way out just because our household, we have one vehicle amongst 3 adults. And my mom works day shift, my brother works night shift. So basically have to juggle at the precise time when ear, nose, and throat is open and when everybody's available. That was a boring story I just told. How about so while my brain is processing, on my channel I have 2 or 3 videos of Baldur's Gate 3. And I honestly did not want to continue the game just because it took so long in recordings for me to actually get something out. So record it, edit it, and then put it out. And goodness, the upload time was, I'm pretty sure the shortest time it took for one of those episodes was 3 hours. So frustrating. But then again, I did not have an Ethernet cord connected to my computer. Now that I do, it's probably only going to take about 30 minutes. But I'm half considering going back and trying to do Baldur's Gate 3 on stream again. If I can. Oh, Drink break. So, if that is something that everyone is interested in, please, it doesn't matter if you DM me on Twitter or leave a comment on my next video. If you want to watch Baldur's Gate 3 or see me go back to Baldur's Gate 3, please tell me, because I do love the game. I am playing it privately right now. It's just that I'm probably not going to actually do videos of it anymore. I'm going to make VODs after live streaming it. It's just that I find it quite frustrating trying to go through a whole 2-hour video, 3-hour video, and edit out the little bits in it to make it a little more watchable. Ooh, sorry, I still have cat hair all over me from when I was hanging out with Baby earlier. By the way, if anyone's curious, Baby Cat is growing up very good. She has the worst appetite. And I don't mean like she's not eating, I mean like she's eating everything, including me. Like, I'm missing fingertips now. If she could eat the couch, which she's tried, she could. She could and would, without hesitation. Honestly, since getting her, which is now 2 weeks, she's gotten so much more energetic. She's so hard to keep up with. Let's do purple. Alright, quickly to run down what I'm going to do for this one. I'm going to do the main body, the booba again, and then her sleeves. And then another piece that I'm probably going to have. Yeah, I'm probably going to have in the same folder. But probably down to 30 opaque, because her clothes sit on top of her, and to do the back is super frustrating. Keep forgetting to do this. Not that. Hold on. There. Finally. Goodness. So the actual like back of the sleeve needs to be its own layer in this little area too. And that's going to be kind of difficult in Clip Studio to do, but once it's translated over to Live 2D, it's as simple as just rearranging everything. So I'm going to do this. continuing the little conversation about Baldur's Gate 3, that goes for any game I have played on the channel but stopped. If you want to see me continue it, please tell me so I know there's an interest in it. Because much like a lot of YouTubers out there, if we don't see interest in it, we're most likely going to, if it's story based, quickly play it and get it over with, so we can move on to something that people actually like. Or if it's a game like Paraeyes or honestly Stardew Valley, where you can just stop and pick it back up like whenever, and there's no real story that you have to explicitly follow along with. Not that. So I'll end up stopping and never go back to something. So if you actually do want to see something like that, something I've done like that, please just tell me so I know to go back to it. And honestly, the same recommendation goes for games I haven't played yet. If you want me to play something like, I don't know, Cuphead, please tell me that you want to see something like that, so I know there's an interest in my viewership. So when I actually start playing that game, I know I'm gonna have dedicated watchers to it. And that's honestly a good little side note for you viewers out there. Sometimes when that's a smudge on my screen. Oh. Sometimes when you suggest something to a YouTuber and you've been suggesting it for who knows how long, and they haven't played the game you've been asking for, it's probably because of one of two things. They're probably judging off if people are actually going to watch it. Because if nobody's going to watch it, why would they play it? But also, it could also be a situation of they just don't want to. Like, it's not their type of game. Like, as much as I would like to think that, Jacksepticeye would be really good with Baldur's Gate 3 and its story and the characters. He's had the suggestions and he hasn't played it on the channel yet. Just because it's not his cup of joe. I did all that work and I've forgotten this part. Now I've made her the most fanciful of shoulder pads. Honestly, this needs to go up a little bit. And again, you. I go back up here. So sorry, hit the mic again. Eventually I'll get used to this thing sitting right here. And then below everything is going to be that. I'm just going to even it out a little bit. Again, I keep hitting this darn mic. I'm sorry, y'all. And now, for an easier quest, I need to go here, I need to do this, need to do that, need to do that. How long have we been streaming? 52 minutes. That's not too bad. I'm probably going to do the details on the undershirt and a little bit of the shirt. And then I'm probably going to finish this silently. Silently being privately. In the next probably 2 weeks. I'm gonna finish this. Goodness, I hate this. Oops, that one. Yeah. I should bring this back up just so I know where. This great selection. I'm actually going to switch to my brown brush again. Oh. I would not be surprised if I'm having a late allergic reaction. I tend to get those. I'm gonna switch this over to orange just because it's an easier color for me to work with right now. Go in one more time so you can see the absolute lack of detail. So I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can do this one last time. That's enough. My brain. Then I'm gonna put it here. And I'm going to basically flex this. Grab the whole thing. Yep. See where it's uneven? Yep. So I'm gonna take this down to 200. What if I can... Nah, I can't. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. I am so sorry. I just keep abusing this poor microphone. Gonna bring this back up. I absolutely adore this soundtrack. I know it's just video games, but video games redone in lo-fi, but it's super cute. It's actually super relaxing to listen to as well. I can... That is not what I want to do. Over here. I think I already... So let's do... Was it this? It was something a little mustier. It was that. And now I can just... Where would I want to... mean, if I wanted to, I could just do that. But let me go back and not that much. Get some simple line work done on this. Afterwards, I will go back through and move her hair so I can get a good look at her neck, see how it's supposed to fold around. So I am now going to do her torso. This is probably going to take me a many tries to get right. It's about... what thickness did I go with? Was it this? Oh goodness. Now remembering the struggle that was these stupid things. I know there's a setting where I can just set them to stop syncing in the mirror mode. I just can't remember what the setting was. Go. And I'm gonna go back up here and do this. So yeah, after this, I'm gonna do a bit of Paraeyes to wrap this up. Yeah, which might actually be soon in terms of stream time. Because I have the doctor's appointment tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, and that may not seem like too big of a problem for some of you, but when you only get about 6 hours of sleep while tossing and turning, it matters. It matters that you wake up at 7:30, 8 o'clock. So let's do another one. This thickness for this part. Should have done a little closer. Also, this is not what I was originally doing for Calypso. Just as an example. Then I would soft, hardness. So basically what I would originally do for her outfits was I'd go along with this and then I would just straighten it out with this. Yeah. It was not the best looking, in my opinion. So I wanted to go back and try a few others, and in my trials of trying to make an outfit that looked nice, I already got this already so janked up. Hold on, let me go back. And that's what happens when you try to use an older version of Clip Studio Paint. So I got it basically in position. And I know I haven't been talking much this stream, and that's just because my brain can only focus on one thing at a time. I tend to hyper focus when it comes to drawing. So even when I'm drawing alone, I notice that I tend to forget the time and what I'm actually doing because I tend to hyper focus on one thing so intensely. And it's not like I'm trying to make it perfect, I'm just drawing. Which hopefully eventually I'll be able to shake that habit. I'm gonna move this. Hopefully this doesn't look too bad when I zoom out. Right here it might look a little goofy. Let me zoom out a little bit. It doesn't look that bad. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this and then I'm going to do probably just one level of Paraeyes, just because that typically lasts, what, around 15 minutes? 15-20 minutes? I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna Oh goodness, I've already... Already messed it up. Where's my... Let's zoom back in. So I'm actually going to do this. Luckily, when I get to Paraeyes, I won't be as gobsmacked with my work. And we can actually have a decent conversation. But for right now, my brain can only focus on the one thing. I am so terribly sorry for that. Being a streamer or wanting to be a streamer, that's something I have to work on. And I'm going to do this, bring this back, and there we go. Doesn't look the prettiest, I'll admit. But you're probably only going to see... Honestly, how much do you actually see of me? Down to my what? My waist? Yeah. You're not gonna see much of this. So let's go and do boba, and then we're going to wrap this up and switch over to Paraeyes. Gosh darn it, I forgot the name. Let's change where I actually put that. That's an even worse position. I'm gonna try really hard not to grab that other side, because that's gonna result in a lot of pain for me later on, and I just caused myself a whole lot of trouble. There we go. That's a heck of a lot better. And we're gonna get rid of you because we don't need you. I'm gonna try my best to smooth out all these lumps. But I should say that I don't really care if there are lumps, because Calypso's kind of meant to not be the definition of perfect that you see with VTubers and their models. I want her to have these little imperfections, so she feels specialized to me. And no matter what happens, I'll basically have these little secrets for myself. Even if I don't get where I want to be as a YouTuber or content creator. I'll still be happy with this. Like, how often would I be able to brag about the absolute simplicity of her abs? Probably not often. And most people wouldn't care. But that's for me. Or the little awkward bend in her collarbone. I'm not good at explaining it, but even if this doesn't work out for me and I'm getting my normal 9-to-5 office job, there are things I'd like to look back with Calypso and feel some sort of accomplishment. Because this. She may not be what you call perfect, but I'm happy with it. And I think at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. I would like to fix the neck real quick. I can go back in with my normal pen and just... Oh. Would help if I didn't have the transparency on. And then we put the t-shirt on top of that. Yeah, this is gonna look nice. Yeah, that's gonna wrap up this little portion. Again, I keep hitting this darn mic. It's gonna wrap up this little portion of the art stream, I'm going to there we go. Sorry, going through and trying to quickly edit everything so YouTube knows what I'm doing. So, all right, there we go. So let me try to I'm going to switch that over here. I'm gonna have you. Oh, right. I entirely forget sometimes that I have this crazy ugly background. Hold on. Is it going to? No. I'll figure that out later. So, we played Grandma's, school, island, the prison we haven't beaten on easy, so that's me moving my art tablet. Please don't fall. So we're gonna play this. Just this one level, because I have to get to bed. And okay, I remember last time we had a problem with one of these doors being open, so four are all open. You can remember that. Okay. Folder, clipboard, handcuffs, coffee. Towels. I can't remember if this is actually fallen over. Okay. So 4 towels, 2 sides, 1 is fallen over. Yep, both of these were like this. I can't remember if I'm just nervously clicking, make sure I have everything. 2 trays, 1 cup. Was this right here always? Yes. So there's trash can here and here. Let's fix that immediately. Ooh. That is so hard on the eyes. Also, it kind of triggers motion sickness. So, I don't think much has changed here. I don't remember there being any windows in the entrance. This music 100% does not fit this game. I'm gonna have to find something spooky to play for this game. Up. I noticed you. You're not gonna escape me. Something over here changed? No. That's gonna be my biggest detriment. Me gaslighting myself. Did this move? No. Did you? Because this whole area seems different now. Who knows? Uh-oh. Please don't do anything weird. Thank you. So, I was thinking about next week's stream. Streams are plural. And I hadn't really come up with a plan other than Saturday I wanted to try doing Stardew Valley. Which I don't know for sure if I'm gonna make it. Did you move? No, okay. Ah. Dude. Oh, goodness. Sunday I might continue with the plan of doing a reaction stream, maybe? I'm not 100% sure, because I don't know if that's something that people would actually want to watch. I mean, nobody's actually keeping up with my channel anyway, so I might as well just do what I want. Stop it. So, it's either going to be a reaction stream or it's going to be a double up of Stardew Valley. And honestly, I might bring back Baldur's Gate 3. Not 100% sure, just because I'm hesitant to put something so long on the channel. Then again, I also have Skyrim. I think I still have Starfield on my PC. Can't remember if I got rid of it. We do still have... Get out of here. Mimic. Jeebus. I do still have, What game was I about to say? Oh, great, now I've forgotten. I have Skyrim, I have Sims 4. Goodness. I finally got EA to work again. Thank you, EA app. You're wonderful. But, I was thinking maybe I could do my Sims 4 stream finally, since it didn't work yesterday. I've noticed you. Get back here. Thank you. And I would like to get back into Sims 4. Because from what I've heard, the new expansion pack actually redeems the game a lot. Not the game, but the game devs. I think I'm cycling through a little too fast for the game that actually put out anomalies. Ooh. The game does not like the fact that music is playing right now. I'm missing something. I'm missing something. Is there something on this table? Maybe, maybe not. It's actually really hard to see just because on the corners of my screen, that's where my light isn't sitting. So I actually can't see the corners of the game. Stop it. You're gonna break the hinges. Do you know how expensive those things are? Like, if you want to slam these doors, you can slam these doors. These ones are on rollers. You can slam those ones. Not those doors. Going back, I just had a feeling I missed something here. I did not. But we're gonna stop that. Oh. I really want this plant to move. But I know as soon as it does move, I'm not gonna realize it for 2-3 turns. I'm trying to take my time now, so I actually notice if stuff's gonna change. No, okay. Wait. Sorry, I thought the floor sign was moving for a second there. Fuzzy. We are at 351. I think now that I know what I'm looking out for, I'm gonna have a lot of an easier time. A lot more of an easier time. Oh, goodness. You see? And that's why I need to go to bed. My brain is deciding to check out. Is it? I thought there was a light on in that cell. I said no mimics. Go home. Go away. No. I thought there was a light on in this cell. Or am I thinking of this one? Apparently I'm gravely mistaken. Are you open? No. Okay. You didn't move, did you? I highly doubt it. Okay. See? And this is 90% of the game, second guessing yourself. What am I missing? Is it you? Or you? Oh, I just realized what it was. Okay. Were you right here? Yes. This went by a lot faster than what I was expecting, so I might... No, nah. We're gonna end it here. After this level. Stop. Leave the towels. Leave the towels alone, okay? Just leave them there. I'll pick them up later. Wait, no, this is a prison. The prisoners will pick them up later. And we're almost there. Successfully report 100 anomalies. Anything I can buy? Nope. Alright. So, that being that, I'm going to call it here. Solely because I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. So, thank you all to whom stopped by. I stream every Saturday and Sunday at midnight, Eastern Standard Time. Next week, I'm probably going to be doing Stardew Valley and maybe Sims 4, if nothing breaks between here and then. Actually, no, I'm not going to do Sims 4 on stream because I'm going to be recording videos on it. Unless I decide to do a build video, which maybe, because I haven't played around with the bistro and the, was it a Riviera? A Riviera kit? As well as the new Love Struck pack. All of them have essentially the same vibe going on of dating, going outside, hanging out with friends, going drinking. So I think I might do a restaurant type building. Maybe. I am not going to solidify that yet, but I'm going to do a video of me playing with the new pack. I don't know when it's going to release, probably Friday, just because the pack releases on Wednesday, I believe. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. Either way, 2 days after that, it's probably going to, the video is probably going to be out. So, besides that, again, thank you all for watching. Please go to my Twitter to get any updates about streams and videos. If anything goes wrong, I will inform you first on there. Usually if the mistake happens within the first like 48 hours, I'll let everybody know. If it's same day, I'll typically try to figure out something else for the stream. But I'm going to try to get my brain out of that mindset and just either cancel stream or just work around it and inform people at least 24 hours ahead of time. I also have an Instagram, but I barely upload there. I will try to get more photos and drawings out on Instagram. It's just that with video recording and on top of that, I'm going back to school, it's hard to keep up with just casual art. But yeah, other than that, I think on my Twitter I have a reference to both my Patreon and my throne. Actually, I don't know if I shared my throne. I do have a throne. I'll probably tweet it out tomorrow in case anybody wants to actually donate anything. It's just snacks, honestly, that I want most. Not too much hardware that I actually want. But, Patreon, it's basically a giant tip jar. I don't really upload anything there. Other than that, I think that's it, yeah. So, thank you to whom all stopped by. I hope next time I stream you show up again, or if I upload within the next week that you watch my video, maybe like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you ring that little bell. That little bell is very important because a lot of people forget to click on the bell and they tend not to get their subscriptions notifications. It's super important that you do that. So other than that, yeah. Good night, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.